Here are 7 things you do that hurt your dog, and have to stop. As an owner, you wouldn't do anything to hurt your dog intentionally. You take him for long walks, buy better quality food, and ensure he gets more than enough cuddles. But there are things that we do for our dogs that actually hurt them, and we need to stop. Although we would never purposefully harm our dogs, some of our actions can result in weight gain, attitude problems, or health-related issues. We are unaware of the impact small things have, like letting your dog jump on you when you get home, that can be bad for your dog's well-being. Here are the 7 things we need to stop doing for the benefit of our dogs. 1. Feeding them our food. There is something novel about sharing a piece of your steak or buying your dog that famous Starbucks puppuccino. The problem is that dogs are not able to digest human food the same way we do. Some human foods are safe and even good for your dog's health, but too often we give unhealthy treats that can hurt your dog. Ice cream, seasoned foods, and other items she would not normally eat can disrupt her diet and lead to weight gain. When a dog gains weight, it affects them in other ways as well, such as heart problems or joint pain. 2. Unknowingly encouraging separation anxiety. One of the things owners unknowingly do is create separation anxiety in their dogs. It can easily develop without you even knowing, as your dog becomes reliant on your presence. Small things like getting excited after a period of absence, or getting emotional when you leave will increase the likelihood of separation anxiety. These emotional reactions are what your dog will recognize, and it could reinforce the feelings of anxiety. Your dog eventually will learn that when you leave him, it is a bad thing. Each time that you leave the house or room, that anxiety will be instant, as it is now a reinforced behavior. Playing games that include you running away from them can also increase separation anxiety, as he is rewarded for chasing and finding you. Bonus tip: if your dog already experiences anxiety, there are ways to reduce it and help him become comfortable being alone. Take action to reduce his stress by changing your approach when you see him, either leaving or greeting. Avoid saying too much when you leave the house. A simple "be a good boy" is fine, but prevent yourself from giving too many hugs and comforting words when you leave. This is very difficult, as there is nothing happier than a wagging tail and big smile when you come home. When you stop encouraging separation anxiety behaviors, it is for your dog's benefit. 3. Letting them run the house. As a puppy, rules are clearly set and boundaries are made. But over time, we begin to relax a little when we know he will no longer eat the couch or grab food off the counter. This relaxation then starts giving your dog permission to do more. Soon enough, your dog has begun to make demands and gets away with things that would not have been acceptable when he was learning. As owners, we need to stop letting our dogs run the show and instead keep those boundaries. If you originally did not want your dog sitting on the couch, and after a while he began hopping up, reteach that boundary. It can hurt your dog to have lax rules, so make sure he knows his place in the household. If your dog thinks he controls you, then he will continue to push until he gets what he wants and ignore you when he feels like it. 4. Poor nail trims. If you are confident enough to cut your dog's nails, good on you. It is often a task too daunting for many and is left to the professionals. For those who do venture to cut nails, one thing to stop doing is cutting them badly. Nails are usually too short or not short enough. If nails are cut too short, your dog will yelp as the nerve found in the nail has been clipped, resulting in a lot of blood. Usually she will quickly recover once the bleeding has stopped, but it does hurt your dog. In some cases, though, the nerve can get infected, something to watch for. On the flip side, it is the fear of hitting the nerve that prevents us from cutting their nails short enough. If nails are too long after a trimming, they get in the way of your dog's walking and can lead to pain. Instead of walking on their pads like they normally do, they end up balancing on their nails. This is not only bad for her posture but can lead to joint pain. 5. Height of food dishes. Surprisingly, one thing owners never think of is the height of their dog's food dishes. Most owners keep the dishes on the ground where mess can be easily cleaned up. But when food dishes are left on the floor, big dogs are forced to lean over farther and balance to eat their food, which can hurt your dog. It is painful for your dog's joints and puts pressure on his front paws when he leans down to reach the food. If not attended to early on, joint pain can be a result, making movements more difficult in his old age. Some large dogs can even experience bloat, a dangerous gastric issue. 6. Too much or too little exercise. As our dogs grow up and become well trained, we are able to do more with them. We can go for long hikes, play ball in a field, and even start training for a marathon together. Because your dog is older, it is important to be aware of how much exercise you are giving him. If you walk him every day for several hours, your dog is probably getting too much exercise. There are some breeds that need this constant exercise, but for older dogs, they are better off resting or going on shorter excursions more often. Pushing your dog too hard or exercising in the extreme heat can be taxing on your dog's body. On the other hand, there are instances when a dog does not get enough exercise. This can be due to the busy schedule of the owner who has little time to take the dog out. If your dog is not getting enough exercise, it can cause him to act out, chewing, digging, etc. When dogs gain weight, the extra pounds put stress on his legs and joints, and it can lead to joint pain that hurts your dog. 7. Leaving them in the car. Although in the past it seemed alright to leave your dog in the car while you quickly ran an errand, it is not anymore, and wasn't then either. No matter how long you can last in the car in the heat, dogs handle heat differently. For a dog, being left in a vehicle for even a few minutes can be similar to being left in a heated box for twice as long. While humans sweat to cool off, dogs cannot.